Abdul, a new beginning. Welcome, Abdul.
Boxing is my favorite sport. I always loved boxing. I used to be a professional boxer at one time. Many years ago, I was a member of a boxing club. I was taught that when you are in a fight, always protect yourself from getting hurt. I learned all the little tricks to defend myself. I was told to keep my guard up at all times and punch when the opportunity was there. I trained every day in my basement and at the gym. I became a good fighter. I learned that when I was hurt, that should be the time I hit harder. I fought against every fighter in my weight class in my club. Many times I was down from the count, but I never gave up. My coach told me to look at him when I was down, and he would give me the signal whether to continue to fight or stay down. I really enjoyed boxing because it felt great whenever I won my matches. Then one day, my biggest challenger in fight was life itself. Life had a cruel punch. Every time life hit me, it hurts so bad that it takes days to get over the pain. Life was too strong for me. It picked me up, slammed me to the wall, slammed me to the floor. It grabbed me on my head, break me in pieces, throw me in the garbage. I was down for the count, but this time I couldn't see my coach for the signal, so I had to fight life the way I knew how. Good evening, Mr. Toastmaster. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, and most welcome guests. As I recall that frigid February morning when I was asked to deliver a speech in honor of my best friend's funeral, actually my only friend that I trusted with my life, my partner, my life coach, my significant other. This was the person I made a vow to love, trust, and honor until death do us part. As I walked past the coffin, I looked at her. I saw my wife, the mother of my children, lying there peacefully. She looked so beautiful, such a sweet and charming face. She was more fair than words can say. I stopped for a few seconds and stared at her. And just for a moment, I thought she said, "Go on, cowboy, you can do this." I smiled at her and said quietly, "I will do this, city girl." You see, in our happier times, when she was upset, she would call me cowboy because she knew I didn't like that name. As I stepped on the podium and looked up, I saw my 3 children hugging each other. Andrew was at the center, Amanda and Alicia were on both sides of him. I had no words to describe how I felt at that moment. I couldn't imagine how the children were feeling. Their mom was lying in this beautiful, well-made casket, and the father, a cowboy from a remote village from Guyana, was about to give a speech. I took my little note out from my pocket that I wrote the night before I felt the tears and my eyes were building up. Then I suddenly remember my wife's letter she had written to me before she died. It said, "Dear Abdul, I just can't stop crying, as you can see on the paper. Those marks are my teardrops. These few words is to let you know that I'm taking the easy way out. By the time you're reading this letter, I will be on your memory only." For a moment, I was lost in my thoughts. Then the scream from my children startled me. They came up, hugged me with so much of love that I wanted to shout and scream also. Alice, my eldest daughter, took the microphone and said quietly to the congregation, "My dad is too upset to say anything at this time." And just like that, my fight with life began without any coach. I still remember the first time I read her letter. It felt worse than a terrible blow to my head. I couldn't comprehend what was happening. I thought I was dreaming and this fight with life would soon come to an end. But instead it continued for many years. This living nightmares was all new to me. I didn't know how to handle it. I wanted to get way back to my little farming village that I knew too well. But then I realized that my children needed me more than any other time. So I stood up like a real fighter this time and fought harder than before without my coach. Many years has passed since that sad day. It was a new beginning for myself and children. But its scars and pleasant memories still lives on. I still remember the day my wife took the easy way out. The day before she died, she said, "Abdul, if I should ever die before you, please don't stand at my grave and cry, because I will not be there. I'll be like a feather that blows in the wind." Mr. Toastmaster.